Good evening, viewers. Welcome to the Northeast News Bulletin. This is Chirasmita presenting the headlines first. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri underlined that Pakistan's denial of their attacks is yet another example of their duplicity, addresses Ministry of External Affairs press briefing. Indian Armed Forces blocks and intercepts Pakistan drones and missiles at northern and western cities. 8 missiles from Pakistan blocked by air defense units. Centre empowers Chief of Army Staff to call out every Territorial Army officer to provide essential guard and assistance to the Indian Army. 14 infantry battalions out of the existing 32 already embodied. Meghalaya government has enforced a night curfew along parts of the Indo-Bangladesh border amid fears of infiltration. Curfew effective from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. And Tripura holds high-level meeting of security forces at the official residence of Chief Minister Dr. Manik Shah to discuss enhanced surveillance along the India-Bangladesh border. At the MEA special media briefing on Operation Sindoor, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri underlined that the denial of these attacks that Pakistan carried out is yet another example of their duplicity. He said that Pakistan is spreading disinformation and outrightly lying about the attacks, deflecting the blame to the Indian Army.
The official and blatantly farcical denial of these attacks that Pakistan carried out by the Pakistani state machinery is yet another example of their duplicity and the new depths that they are plumbing in their quest for disinformation. The other point in the same vein is Pakistani claims that they did not target or attack any religious places. You would recall that yesterday I shared with you an incident related to the attack on a Gurdwara in Punch. Instead of owning up to these attacks, Pakistan made the preposterous and outrageous claim that it was the Indian Armed Forces and the Indian Air Force that was targeting cities like Amritsar and trying to put the blame on Pakistan. This is nothing but a desperate attempt by Pakistan to disown its acts of aggression, but it is also true to type in its effort to deceive and mislead the world.
Wing Commander Vyomika Singh said that Pakistan is using civil airliners as a shield, knowing fully well that its attack on India would elicit a swift air defense response. This is not safe for the unsuspecting civil airliners, including the international flights which were flying near international border between India and Pakistan.
Came to fore. Pakistan did not close its civil airspace despite it launching a failed unprovoked drone and missile attack on 7th May at 8:30 hours in the evening. Pakistan is using civil airliners as a shield, knowing fully well that its attack on India would elicit a swift air defense response. This is not safe for the unsuspecting civil airliners, including the international flights which were flying near IB between India and Pakistan. The screenshot we just showed and we shall share with you, it shows the data of the application Flight Radar 24 during a high air defense alert situation in the Punjab sector. As you have seen, the airspace on the Indian side is absolutely devoid of civil air traffic due to our declared closure. However, there are civil airlines flying the air route between Karachi and Lahore. Amongst the other civil aircraft that you can see, we have highlighted an aircraft which is Airbus 320 of Flynas Aviation, which was originated from Dammam at 1750 hours and landed later at Lahore at 2110 hours in the night. Indian Air Force demonstrated considerable restraint in its response, thus ensuring safety of international civil carrier.
The Indian Armed Forces thwarted all attempts by Pakistan to target northern and western cities using drones and missiles last night. 8 missiles from Pakistan were directed at Satwari, Samba, Araspura and Arnia of Jammu and Kashmir. All missiles were intercepted and blocked by air defense units. The Integrated Defense Staff Headquarters says Pakistan also attempted to target military stations in Jammu, Pathankot and Udhampur and locations near the international border. The Indian Armed Forces successfully neutralized the attack and no loss of life has been reported. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh chaired a review meeting of the national security scenario with top military leadership a day after Pakistan attempts to target Indian military bases were foiled. The meeting saw the participation of Chief of Defence Staff General Anil Chauhan, Army Chief General Upendra Dwivedi, Air Chief Marshal AP Singh, Navy Chief Admiral Dinesh K. Tripathi and Defence Secretary Rajesh Kumar Singh. The Defence Ministry said that India is fully prepared to defend its sovereignty and ensure the safety of its people. Union Home Minister Amit Shah also held a high-level meeting to evaluate security arrangements at airports across the country with the Director Generals of Intelligence Bureau, Border Security Forces BSF, Central Industrial Security Force CISF and Civil Aviation Security Bureau BCAS. Central government has now empowered the Chief of Army Staff to call out every officer and personnel of the Territorial Army to provide essential guard or for supporting and supplementing the Indian Army. The Army Chief received the powers under the Territorial Army Rule 1948. The Defence Ministry embodied 14 infantry battalions out of the existing 32 infantry battalions of the Territorial Army in the areas of Southern Command, Eastern Command, Western Command, Central Command, Northern Command, Southwestern Command, Andaman and Nicobar Command and Army Training Command, ART-RAC. It's time for a short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Assam tea and the culture around it is so unique and integral to the identity of Assam that we can't even think of Assam without tea.
200 glorious years of Assam tea. The saga will continue for many more centuries to come.
Amid tensions between India and Pakistan, public sector banks have confirmed and assured that their ATMs, cash deposit machines, automated deposit cum withdrawal machines and all digital services are functioning and accessible to public. This includes withdrawals, deposits, balance inquiries and online banking. Banks have asked customers to not rely on unverified information and to connect with the respective banks directly at their nearest branches or on their toll-free numbers. 7 terrorists suspected to be from the banned terror outfit Jaish-e-Mohammed were neutralized in an operation by the Border Security Force while they were trying to infiltrate into India through Jammu's Samba sector last night. The BSF also inflicted extensive damage on a Pakistan Rangers border outpost from where heavy gunfire was supporting the infiltrators. Now it's time for another short commercial break. We'll be right back.
असम का चाय वर्ल्ड फेमस है, सबको पता है। चाय बहुत आगे जाएगी, विश्व में नंबर 1 में रहेगी।
200 glorious years of Assam tea. The saga will continue for many more centuries to come.
The Meghalaya government has enforced a night curfew along parts of the Indo-Bangladesh border in East Jayantia Hills, West Jayantia Hills and East Khasi Hills districts amid fears of infiltration by militant smugglers and illegal actors. The curfew, effective from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m., restricts movement near the Indo-Bangladesh border and bans unauthorized gatherings, weapon possession and smuggling of goods. The order, issued by district magistrates due to the porous nature of the border, will remain in force until further notice. In Tripura, a meeting of various security forces was held at the official residence of State Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha to discuss enhanced surveillance along the India-Bangladesh border. The closed-door meeting lasted for over an hour and was attended by officers from the Border Security Force, Assam Rifles and other forces, along with officials from various intelligence agencies. Now it's time for another short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Some tea is the best tea. It's a magical beverage actually. Some tea is our pride.
200 glorious years of Assam tea. The saga will continue for many more centuries to come.
In a significant breakthrough, Arunachal Pradesh police busted militant outfit National Socialist Council for Tani Land and its armed wing United Tani Army. The probe began so moto on Jan 8, prompted by circulation of videos and letters of threat on social media by the group's self-styled commander-in-chief Anthony Doe. The probe further led to multiple arrests, seizure of arms and ammunition, and exposure of disturbing youth conscription activities.
Arms trafficking and narcotics trafficking, and deep linkages behind these rings of arms and narcotics and the militancy angle. ये सब अभी एक्सप्लोर किया जा रहा है और जैसे ही हमें इसमें और क्लैरिटी आएगी और भी अरेस्ट होंगे, then subsequently we'll be coming out with more information.
Arunachal Pradesh Home Minister Mama Natung attended the Waqf Reform Awareness meeting today at Raj Bhavan. Taking to his X-handle, the Home Minister stated that people from all religions joined the meeting together in a spirit of harmony and inclusiveness. During the meeting, the Minister also shared insights on the parliamentary Waqf bill alongside Governor K.T. Patnaik. Discussions were also held on how the Waqf reforms are designed to ensure transparency, accountability and justice for all. Now it's time for another short commercial break. We'll be right back.
Nothing else refreshes me more than a good cup of Assam tea. It's a magical beverage.
200 glorious years of Assam tea. The saga will continue for many more centuries to come.
The Board of Control for Cricket in India, BCCI, has announced the immediate suspension of the remainder of the ongoing IPL 2025 season for 1 week. This decision comes in response to escalating military tensions between India and Pakistan. In a statement, the BCCI stated that updates regarding the revised schedule and venues will be provided after a comprehensive assessment of the situation in consultation with relevant authorities and stakeholders. The decision was made by the IPL Governing Council after thorough discussions with key stakeholders, including franchisee representatives. Meghalaya is turning to the Japanese Miyawaki forest technique to accelerate afforestation and address climate change. Chief Minister Conrad Sangma recently visited a Miyawaki afforestation site at Moscharo, Ummir, developed under the state plan. Spread across 1 hectare, the site showcases a dense biodiverse forest created through the Miyawaki method, known for its rapid growth and high carbon absorption capacity.
This is the Miyawaki forest that we have created. It's over a hectare of space, and this is of course technology that is developed by Japan. And here the uniqueness about this is that the density of the trees that are planted is much more than the normal plantation.
And to end the news, the main points once again. Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri underlined that Pakistan's denial of their attacks is yet another example of their duplicity, addresses Ministry of External Affairs press briefing. Indian Armed Forces blocks and intercepts Pakistan's drones and missiles at northern and western cities. 8 missiles from Pakistan blocked by air defense units. Centre empowers Chief of Army Staff to call out every Territorial Army officer to provide essential guard and assistance to the Indian Army. 14 infantry battalions out of the existing 32 already embodied. Meghalaya government has enforced a night curfew along parts of the Indo-Bangladesh border amid fears of infiltration. Curfew effective from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. And Tripura holds high-level meeting of security forces at the official residence of Chief Minister Dr. Manik Saha to discuss enhanced surveillance along the India-Bangladesh border. That brings us to the end of this evening's bulletin. Thank you for tuning in. Namaskar.